If you want to come into this as a victim, you're going to see everything and you're a victim to it. The way I teach, you're victimizing the unlearned. You're victimizing the neophyte. They don't know how to fucking trade. They put their stop loss in the wrong place. We're running on them. We're not running in a pack like a wild animals, okay? Trying to find whatever moves next. That's reacting to price. Fuck that. We are a cheetah. We know we can run any fucking thing down. We can run anything down. Put whatever fuck you want to put in front of us, whatever method out there, we will run circles around that shit. Nothing can fucking beat what I'm telling you. Nothing can beat this. Nothing. If it could, it would have came. It's never come. You are a cheetah stalking in the high grass. And there's a herd out there. They think they're safe because they're close. They're all doing the same thing, eating the grass. They're hanging around, same people, doing the same shit. Harmonic, retail, Elliott wave shit. You're the cheetah. You're sitting out there in the long grass. You're just waiting. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And you see that one gazelle just takes a step too far out and puts his stop loss right there. Easy for the taking. The herd is going to move away, but that one animal that doesn't know what it's doing, it doesn't shift when it should. And now there's a fair value gap. In 72 miles an hour, in seconds, your ass is there pouncing on it. That's what I'm envisioning in price. Do I know that person that's losing money? No. Do I know the person that has all their hopes and expectations of making money on that trade? Do I know them? Am I going to see them? No. Am I worried about them? No. Do I feel bad that they lost money? No. I have to eat. You have to eat. Everybody signs the same risk disclosures when you come into this market. Everybody understands that you can lose and lose more than you have. I have no qualms about it, period. It's the way it is. It's a jungle out here. You either are prey or you're a predator. I don't walk around or teach my students to be a lamb. This is the way it is, folks. You have to have teeth and you have to have claws. And you need to know when to use them and how to use them. You want to come in here and play the nice guy role and everybody, is going to love you and you never say anything wrong or never off color or whatever. The bottom line is, that's not what this is. This is fucking war. We're talking about money, real money, lots of it, and major entities out there that do not want you to be doing this successfully. They're going to roll on that. And I'm teaching you how to beat the fuck out of that, okay? Consistently.
All right, boys and girls, good morning, everybody. How's everybody feeling today? Happy Monday. What's up, guys? Hope you guys had a good weekend. Good morning, good morning. Say what's up in the chat, like the stream. You guys know the drill. Let's see who we got in here. What's up, Karam? What's up, Adele? Money Glitch, good to see you. Dazakala Manja, Muhammad, A, Samsor, Bill, Oracle, MT, J Mark. What's up, BB? Alex, Big Boy. What's up, Big Boy? Kookie, Leo, Abel, Carlos, good morning. What's up, guys? Good morning, Soné. Good morning, Gang Jong. Good morning, JT. Good morning, Sasha. Good morning, guys. Kick your feet up, stay a while, get comfy. Come on in, the water's fine. Hang on here. All right, boys. Market just opened up here 20 seconds ago, so let's go ahead and dive into these markets, boys. Let me know in the chat what your bias is as well. So far, we look like the bulls are winning today. The bulls are winning. Over 55% of the chat is bullish. So we obviously don't have any news today or tomorrow. We have CPI this week on Wednesday. So these are the two no news days leading up to CPI and PPI, Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm coming into today with a little bit lowered expectations, as most of us should. We could anticipate potentially tighter ranges. As far as the analysis, kind of the weekly outlook here, if we jump up on the weekly and really even like the monthly chart, I'm starting to wonder if this monthly candle ends up leaving behind this bullish BPR when it's all said and done, which kind of leads me to believe that we could just continue to see price maybe drift higher overall. Weekly, not super telling. Based on the previous weekly candle closure, we had a pretty strong bullish close, even though we just took out the previous weekly high and closed below that high. And then looking at the daily, here, to me, pretty strong close on the previous daily candle as well. To me, this could potentially just hold as a bullish order block and continue to kind of, like I said, push price higher. The only thing I would say though is I could still see a move lower here in the short term to take out like this Asia low. We haven't taken out the Asia low yet, or the London low either. So looking at like these sessions, we've taken out Asia and London highs now. So I could see a move back down in the short term towards like the London Asia low. So I guess I would say that would be my bias for this morning session, is to see that delivery below these lows. But other than that, I would say that I'm leaning bullish after that fact. So you could argue that I'm short-term bearish, more long-term bullish. Did I say that backwards? Short-term bearish, long-term bullish. Did I say that right? So yeah, we'll go ahead and mark these out. London low. Keyboard's giving me some fits today. London low. Asia low. Looks like we're kind of getting that move right now. Turn this off. Drop down to the 1 minute. Starting to get this sell off right here at the open. Go figure. A little bit of SMT here on the 1 minute. Nothing too crazy. London Asia low. London low 732. Asia low 716. Should be a relatively low resistance liquidity run, in my opinion, just from the looks of this. Got a lot of stacked higher lows here all the way down. We'll see. It's a little early still. 3 minutes into the open. See if there can be any more manipulation. I wouldn't mind. Gosh. Yeah, I don't see anything clear right now that I really want to engage with. ES kind of jumping a little bit weaker. I'm going to go ahead and mark out these session lows here on ES as well. Let me know if you guys are already in any positions. If anybody's just yolling into some trades here at the open. Looks like ES is going to just rip right for these session lows here. Right off the rip. Asia low. NQ holding up a little bit more so. We'll see if it just wants to go straight there, right here at the open here on ES. We'll have some SMT with those lows here shortly if that is the case. But you're on the 2 minute. I know I'm on the 2 minute. Yeah, this is my free safety. This is my free safety chart. I jump around from the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. If I want to get real horny, I'll jump down to the seconds time frames, but it's a rarity. But yeah, look at the polar. Let me close this off. 55% bullish. So there you go. The perma bulls are in the chat, boys and girls. I think we've been bullish officially like 3 weeks straight. At least referring to the chat, at least the chat I feel like has been bullish every day for like 3 weeks. So the bulls, the perma bulls are in the chat. That's all right. That's all right. Better than the perma bears, right? What's up, Mind Over Matter? What's up, K-Van Cham? What's up, Darwin? Been in short since midnight from the previous close. When you say midnight, are you talking about this midnight price here? If so, you were kind of holding some heat there. Good morning. Final decision: quit your trading and start my CA journey. God bless you. Sure, this is my last. Wait. Good morning. Taking final decision and now quit trading and start your CA journey. Your CA journey. Your California journey. But man, Darwalla, I'm sorry to hear that. Quitting trading? What happened? Don't do it. Don't say it ain't so, Mr. Darwalla. Don't quit trading. The market makers paid me to say that, by the way. Why is the title NFP week? Oh, is it? No. Did I not change? Oh, I didn't change it. You son of a gun. Oh, can I change it from here? Close that. Edit. CPI week. Aha. All right, yeah, you should be able to refresh. It shouldn't say NFP week anymore. Good catch. Good catch. This is such a good decision to quit trading. Oh, goodness. What's the most profitable trading decision you've ever had? To quit. Well, Mr. Darwalla, if it is your last time here, I appreciate you being here and for the support on the channel. I wish you nothing but the best. Chartered accountant. Gotcha. I wish you nothing but the best, man. And if you ever stumble back in the chat and onto the YouTube live stream, I'll be happy to see you, Mr. Darwalla. Your name has been fun to say. It's been fun to see in the chat. You've always been positive, never a troll from at least anything I've noticed. So, hey, you know what? Yeah, it calls for it. 5 big booms for Mr. Darwalla.
Boom! 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 Boom!
So, there you go. Top Step got hacked. Yeah, I saw the drama, boys and girls. What's up with that? Did anybody first of all, has MP, I'm sure he's addressing it on Top Step TV today, perhaps, but I didn't see anything on X that he addressed it at all. Let me know if I miss out on any important drama while we're streaming this morning, I suppose, but looking like we're getting this move to the London low, Asia low. So could look for some longs after that, if that is the case. That's fine if this wants to just go rip right there at the open. So no harm, no foul there. But yeah, if you guys are in these shorts, it's playing out so far. See if you guys get that follow through really here. You know, I would assume probably in the next 10 minutes at least, if you're gonna get it. So, but yeah, did anybody else have any issues with the hackers over the weekend? I saw like Brian Stonk posted that he got charges, a bunch of charges on I think his debit card. So, but I never went and I never froze any of my cards. Granted, I actually had, what was it? The credit card that I had on file for Top Step had actually just expired. I literally just got a new one from American Express like a week ago. So even if they did attempt charges on my Amex, they would have been attempting it on the expired card anyway. So it actually happened at a perfect time for me. I did see some funny ones though. I saw some like people making TikTok saying that because of the hackers they logged in and blew their accounts last week. Oh, it reminds me of my IM days and people in the organization would say shit like, "Dude, I was literally in the bathroom taking a huge shit and my cat walked across my keyboard and blew my account." pretty funny stuff. Oh no, the hackers. Yeah, that is crazy though. I mean, like, if Brian Stonk actually got charged like a bunch of like fraud, that's shitty. But hopefully, he'll be able to dispute that and get that taken care of. But yeah, I just was curious if anybody else had any issues. I didn't see anything else as far as like charges go. So maybe the hackers are against Asians. I don't know. They just went after Brian Stonk. They didn't go after anyone else. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I've never been a hacker, so I'm not sure their alliances. You lost access to your account, like actually, or no? This is my quant. I think that's what they were thinking. Your what? My quant? My quantitative. Take a look at his face. His name is Yang. He won a math competition in China. He doesn't even speak English. Yeah, I'm sure of the math. That's extremely racist. Look at his eyes. I missed that one. Look at his eyes. His name is Yang. God, that's awesome. What a great movie. Oh my gosh. Actually, I do speak English. And I took second in that math competition. Good to see you, boys and girls. Hope everybody's doing well. How's everybody's weekend? Good? Tyler, are you also into algo trading EA? I'm not, I'm not. No, I don't really believe in all that. I think that if trading was as easy as running like a legitimate, you know, bot or EA on your account, then everybody would be rich. Everybody would be rich from trading. If it was truly that easy to be a profitable trader, everybody would do it. Like, nobody would bother trying to fucking trade by themselves if all you had to do was, you know, purchase somebody's bot and use that. So yeah, no, I don't believe in that stuff. I think from my experience, everybody that sells like a EA or a bot, from my experience, that I think most of those individuals are also generally pushing some sort of an affiliate program for like a CFD broker that pays high commissions for a bunch of trades being placed on their clients' accounts. So for example, you'll see some CFD brokers that basically, the way that affiliate programs work for like CFD Forex brokers is the affiliate will get a commission. Here is, I think this is first presented for value gap. Maybe it's right here, actually. I take that back. Seeing if this is going to hold here on the 1 minute. I still like the idea of us getting to London Asia low, at least on ES. Let's see what this wants to do. We got a lot of clean equal highs in here, obviously, that maybe we want to go for here beforehand. So we'll see, but just kind of tape reading this for now. 15-minute candle closure here in like 30 seconds. But anyway, the CFD broker world, like as far as the affiliate stuff goes, like with EAs and algos and all that, basically they get a commission based on their clients trading. So it actually is of benefit for them to have like a bot or EA running, because it's just going to automatically place a fuck ton of trades every single day, and you're getting a commission based on the lot size of the customers that you referred trade, if that makes sense. So basically what happens is they sell you an EA or a bot, so they make money off of that. And then they also will get you affiliated with their brokerage, whatever they are using. And then they'll be getting a shit ton of commission because they're going to plug your account into that EA or bot, and they're getting, it's like a money printer. But it's, again, it's CFDs, it's offshore, it's unregulated, it's illegal in the United States. And to me, it's just a bunch of bullshit. So that's my opinion on the EAs and bots and all that stuff. So. Is Top Step down? I am not sure. My Top Step X, I'm logged into it. so mine's not down. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if anybody is just keeping an ear on the Top Step TV broadcast. I wouldn't mind seeing if like MP or anything addresses the situation. I feel like that was pretty shitty that he didn't address it at all over the weekend. I feel like there was a lot of people freaking out. Like I said, I didn't have any issues, but I would have imagined people would have appreciated his input if things were happening, like people legitimately getting their cards hacked and all that stuff. Apparently, like Social Security numbers were at risk as well. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, no, it's not down for me. At least not at the moment. Also, if you had a profitable bot, you would never share it. Just keep printing money with your bot in perpetuity. Yeah, I would agree with that as well, Ben. So yeah, the bot in the EA space. I mean, the trading space has a lot of gimmicks. I mean, I think we all would agree with that. There's so much stuff that a lot of pitfalls you could fall into just as a trader, like getting caught up in different things that are being pushed around on the internet. As time goes on, though, I mean, you kind of eventually get a little bit numb to it, and I feel like that's why you see so much cynicism in the trading space, or like people just naturally have their guards up if they've been trading for a while, just because you've seen just so much nonsense. You're just like, God, I'm so sick of this. So your fuse kind of runs a little short with a lot of this stuff. So, well, chat, not really moving. Of course I say that, and then we'll probably like just get a Drake candle down, but not a ton of like displacement really. Yes, we got some movement down here at the open towards these session lows, but not like a whole lot of displacement in terms of like gaps. Like here's really our first, to me, real notable fair value gap to the upside here. Still midnight intact, London and Asia lows intact. And yeah, I mean, kind of looking like on the 1 minute we might see this push for these internal highs here, but not the cleanest of reads at this very moment for me. 5 minute chart a little bit more clear on ES. To me, this looks like we could hold this fair value gap on the 5 minutes. Looks like it's holding it below 50% right now. So we'll see if this weakness maintains on ES. Get that push for lower, but kind of tough to say right now what we're gonna do, especially with the way that this came down at the open and just swept these short-term lows. I mean, this has kind of just been the behavior, honestly, for the indices. Really shallow drives lower, the lowest of low-hanging fruits, it seems like, and then we just, you know what I mean, and then we just pump again. It's kind of been the behavior for these indices. And it's made some trade ideas a little frustrating. I did catch the by the way, boys and girls, on Friday, you guys saw on stream, one loss, one trade that was like, what was it, 5 points or something from final target, and then we pulled all the way back, got break even. If you guys are in the Discord or followed along with the X feed or the YouTube community tab, I was able to catch the move to that 1 hour fair value gap on Friday that we were trying to get, trade into Friday stream. So I did end up green on the day on Friday. Still, I was up like just under $400 per account when it was all said and done. So yeah, the Discord is free, big boy. Absolutely, it is. If you type the command exclamation Discord in the chat, it should pop it up, the Discord link. Otherwise, it will circulate here at some point by the bot in the chat. Yeah, guys, looking like we're getting this push off of this level here, so let's see how we respond to maybe trading through these external highs. Looks like ES is still holding this gap for now, but exactly. Oh, click link. Is it still true you can only use 5 micros on Top Step trade of 8? Yeah, the scaling is a little bit different for trade of 8 if you're using Top Step. For whatever reason, they haven't made the scaling like totally symmetrical with the micros that you can use on anything but Project X. Kind of annoying, but trying to learn order blocks. Is that not one from 4:55 a.m. to 6:55 a.m.? I am assuming you're using a like an hourly chart or 4:55 a.m. What? You have to be a little bit more specific. 1 minute? Oh, Jesus. All right. Just for fun. 4:55 a.m. 4:55 a.m. Is this not an order block? 4:55 a.m. to 6:55? Is this an order block? From here to here? No, I mean, no. You could say this is an order block from on the 1 minute. You could say this is an order block. I mean, this is a little bit more precise, so maybe this is a yes in your mind to your question. But no, why is that not working? My shift key is not working. What's up with that? Anyway, this would be an order block. The series of down close candles. We took out these lows here. And you can see price trades away. We trade back into this level. Boom, we respect wick up. So this would be an order block here from 6:52 to 6:55 on the 1 minute. But that's why I asked if you're using a higher time frame, because perhaps then based on the time frame that you're looking at, you could say yes. 4:55. So like, yeah, all right, 4:55 to, what a weird, not the, so you're asking at like this range here, is that an order block? Yeah, no, not really. But as you scale up here, like looking at this, this overall structure would be a breaker. High, new low for Asia. And you can see price currently supporting off this level. Although a little bit wicky and a little bit messy, still holding this. I don't know, hope that helps. But it's not super duper clean in here. Like just look at the current 15-minute range. This is going on since 7:45 a.m. This is just the 15-minute price action. So yeah, ES still holding this gap. NQ is now traded up above this high. Where is our Friday high at? Friday, is this it? Yeah. Friday high, potentially, if we are going to be looking for higher delivery today. Friday high. Yeah, I don't know what my keyboard is. Get a PC, they said. Your life will get better if you just get a PC. Listen, I'm not even gonna cap to you, boys and girls. My experience going from Mac to PC, I'm not gonna lie. has been not the best. The best part about moving to PC was, without a shadow of a doubt, Replicanto and Ninja Trader. But that's it. Are you bullish or bearish, Tyler? Well, ETN, I'm kind of just waiting here to get a better read on price. I was bearish to these session lows to kind of kick things off. I still loosely holding that idea in my mind for now, but I'm starting to have my mind changed depending on how this forms here. So I'm just kind of waiting for some higher time frame structure and I guess closures as well to kind of give me more of a confident read on where I think price is going to draw to next. And I want us to kind of get out of this range, if I'm being honest. And if, you know, we can get above here with some displacement, then I like the idea of us trading to that Friday high because we've already traded down at the open and taken out these internal lows here. So at that point, I would just kind of forfeit the idea that we're going to go to these session lows for now, and then I would look for higher. And just kind of looking at this Judas swing at the open, and now we're starting to distribute higher. That's kind of what it's looking like it's setting up to do, maybe. We're still inside, like even this daily stat map, like we haven't manipulated. Want that. Kind of more so range bound for now. The reason that I still think we could see lower is just by the way, just looking at ES, honestly. Like ES still holding this 5-minute gap is what's making me think that this could maybe still make that drive lower. Like ES looks weak. NQ on the other hand looks a little bit more like it's trying to run. So we'll see. But this is tricky so far. I mean, looking at the previous two 15-minute candles, we're about to get the hourly and 4-hour close here as well. But looking at the previous two 50-minute candles of this opening range, this is a pretty messy shit show. We're getting two doji candles with two huge wicks on both sides currently. Yeah, the 5-minute looks good for ES for lower. For now. That's the asterisk. So I'm not in anything at the moment. Don't see anything that's super clear either right now. It looks bullish on NQ. It looks bearish on ES. So I'm just gonna sit on my hands for a bit. For some reason, won't let me change contracts top left to make partials. Friend of mine said it's changeable in the settings. Won't let me change contracts. I'm not sure what you mean. If you're talking about like the buy sell buttons, I mean, it should be just as easy as clicking on this and up or down, however many contracts you want. Unless you're talking about the contract itself. That's a little different. That's what it won't let me do. I don't know. Refresh. Refresh, see if that helps. And if that doesn't help, then I would clear your cookies and cache and try again. I don't know. That's weird. Mine's working. Otherwise, if you can execute on something else like Tradeovate or Ninja Trader, then I would just execute there. What does mean CPI week? It's the week of CPI. We have CPI on Wednesday. I just changed it to that because I accidentally had it still set as NFP week from last week. What's up, Stunna? Have I seen your picks? Oh God, I don't know. Should I look at your picks? Your picks. You send some fee picks? Also, if your name is a different name in the Discord, I might not recognize who is who. I did see, is that you, Macaulay? Is that you, Makili? The jet ski in Hawaii, is that it? I think that maybe is you, actually. Yeah, you're the one that's in Hawaii. Yeah, that was dope. Little jet skiing with the fam. Is streaming worth it? No. Trust me, boys and girls, this job sucks. No, in all reality, streaming, I mean, is it worth it? I mean, it's kind of up to you, but I personally, I just like it because for a couple reasons. One, obviously, it allows me to be an affiliate marketer. So I guess I'll just say that out the jump, because if I don't say that right away, then people will say that I'm not being sincere. Yes, obviously I don't make content for free. I don't stream for free totally, as I am affiliated with prop firms. But in all reality, though, like even before being affiliated with prop firms, like being a part of a community in some aspects, you know, not trading by yourself. I've always been in that. Like I paid thousands of dollars to be a part of a community, so I wasn't trading by myself. So no, I like just trading with other people, I guess. I mean, yes, it is annoying, like reading comments in chat, but that's, I mean, you know what you're signing up for when you stream. And you know, I like that it does feel fulfilling, you know, when you do get that positive feedback and people say that you've helped in some way, shape, or form. You know, it feels good. Otherwise, you're just trading. You're always by yourself. It's boring. And I also like to think that the scrutiny of doing everything or most things live, you know, it has made me, I would say, a better trader in a lot of ways. You know, not wanting to do something embarrassing, aka like totally go on tilt, lose my shit, you know, emotionally just be a retard while trading on stream, because you know you guys will let me hear it. So the accountability has been overall a net positive for me, I would say. But if you're someone that is, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes reading comments and reading chat, like it can be distracting. You know, it can be annoying. it could like, you could be in a totally perfect mood and then somebody just says something totally stupid in the chat, and all of a sudden you're just like, now you're a little bit annoyed sitting here looking for trades or whatever. So, you know, it's a little bit of a psychological game at times, but if you know, can I answer if streaming's worth it? I mean, that's a pretty subjective, I would say. Yeah, Stunna, I might just have to, Stunna. That sounds like a good time. I do have a couple friends that moved to Hawaii recently as well that wanted me to come visit, so now I have even more of an excuse to come down. I've never been to Hawaii. No, thank you, Ahmed. I try. But yes, I did go golfing. I did go golfing yesterday. I shot pretty shitty yesterday, and I had a couple holes that I just totally fell apart on. You know, got trapped in some really thick weeds. Instead of taking a drop, I tried hitting it out, and I ended up using like 3 strokes just getting it out of these weeds. Anyway, I ended up getting like a I got like a 10 on a couple of holes. Threw my score off. Ended up shooting like a 110. Yeah, not good. It's like one of them days where it was just like, I don't know what it is with golf. It's like if you have a good drive off the tee box, then either your chipping or your putting just sucks. And then if you have like a shitty drive, then it's like your approach shot is amazing and your putting is good. I don't know. We just got to get the consistency down. I would say I'm normally shooting like right around 100, Alex. I'm trying to consistently be under 100. You know, without like a bunch of bullshit. You know, without cheating too much, without too many mulligans or like foot wedges or, you know, extra drops that I don't count. I'm trying to consistently be under 100. It's only my second year golfing, so I'm still a little bit of a novice, you could say. But I've seen a ton of improvement in just 1 year. I like to think I'm a natural athlete. But yeah, golf is tough. It's fun, though. It's addicting. Got an 18-man Father's Day tournament in Hawaii, Prince Golf Course, 450 buy-in, greenies, $50 each. First place takes all and trophy. I win trophy. I'll post in chat. Oh, that'd be sick. An 18-man? So, like, you had to assemble a team of 18? Or is it like a one? It's 18 total in the group, and it's like a winner take all. So it's you versus 17 others. That probably makes more sense. Yeah, a group of 18 would make sense. Yeah, or a handball. Yeah, that was my first year. First year, every time I got out, I'm like, I just want to get reps in. So like, I would take extra drops, and I would just like shoot like 2 balls per stroke and just play the better one. But I just want to get the reps in last year. Now it's like I actually want to know where I'm at. I want to improve. And not cheat too much. Unless you've had a couple beers in you, right? Then you get maybe one extra mulligan. Right? I think that's fair. Did you use ChatGPT for journaling? If you don't, just try it and send a pic of your chart. If you don't, just try it, send a pic of your chart. Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of journaling? If ChatGPT does it for you, the point of journaling is to kind of brain dump your emotions and your thought process. ChatGPT is not aware of your thought process or your emotions. Just try it. No, I'm not gonna. Won't do it. You need 2 more? You need 2 more, actually? All right. Is Tyler Jacobs in the chat? Tyler Jacobs, if you're in the chat, let me know. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Hey, he needs 2 more to come to Hawaii for a tournament. What do you think? I'm down if you're down. Sounds like a yes to me. Yeah, you're probably right, Alex. I just got to make sure the mechanics are consistent is all, right? Sometimes I feel myself letting the mechanics get sloppy and not being locked in. Also, usually, like if I play 18, I feel like I do really well on the front or the back. There isn't a rhyme or reason for which one is better or worse. But usually I have a good front or back, but never a consistent front and back. It's like a game of attrition for me a little bit. All right, guys. We are trading above these highs here. I mean, it's just so weird to me that ES is like just holding this gap. That's strange. So we got pretty heavy SMT at that high now as well. But Yeah, looking pretty strong on the NASDAQ. 4 minutes until this 15-minute candle closure. 10 a.m. has come and gone. 10 a.m. We basically just stalled in here until basically the very end of this macro, and then we finally get this push through this high. I don't know, what's your guys' bias here? Are we going for Friday high, or are we gonna reverse? For now, if this can maintain, I like the idea of this maybe continuing to Friday high. This 15-minute chart is just so fucking ugly to me. No wick here on the previous 15-minute candle, just like straight up. I mean, what a weird. Same with the hour. Yeah, I mean, 10 a.m. has no lower wick. That's a little sus, but that is a little bit suspect. Stunna, what are you usually shooting? He's probably gonna say he's like a scratch golfer or something. I have golf dysmorphia. I just assume everybody's way better than I am. Expect higher, hardly confident in the PA. Yeah. Bro. Oh my gosh. I don't know, boys. I mean, to me, these the structure we have on the 5, I do like it. This 15 is about to close very strong. So perhaps just look to get on side with the longs here. Not try to fight this too much. Could be the idea. Just look for something clean to engage with. The 2 and the 3 minute look all right. Like this 3 minute could be believing behind a nice gap over top this high and breaker. So I would like to see this gap hold if we're going to see higher. So see if you can leave this gap behind. To me, that's just the only thing that looks like really clean to engage with. For the most part here. So that might be the move for me. Something like this. Oh. Nice easy 1 to 2. Candle closure here in 1 minute. I'll wait for the close. Oh, God. Oh, thank God. I thought I clicked something I wasn't supposed to. What did I click? Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I actually didn't know you could do that. Visibility on intervals. Current interval and below. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, chat. Hell yeah, chat. Let's go. Man, I'll do something like that. Oh, God. I'm going to put the buy limit on here. 831 and 3/4, the beginning of this 3 minute gap. See if we get the pullback or not. I mean, this might just rip to Friday high, but I'd be okay engaging with this if we can get it. We'll see. We'll see. Trying to go for Friday high at this point. Your butt hurt? Why your butt hurt? Stunna 91 to 98. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do consistently, Stunna. Stunna, do you take a lot of do you take a lot of mulligans, would you say? Or would you say you're pretty much like very accurate with the scorekeeping? If I could be 91 to 98 with like no mulligans at all, that's going to be a nice step in the right direction. Curious why you took the 3-minute time frame? Yeah, so what I was doing here is I was just kind of bouncing around between really the 5 and under. And I'm just looking for some clean action to engage with. And as I'm just kind of sifting through the time frames, to me the 3-minute just kind of looked the cleanest here with this gap overlapping above this high. So that's why I'm going with the 3-minute. Nothing really too scientific about it beyond that, really. It just looks the cleanest in my mind. No mulligans, we competing for money. I know at this time you're competing for money, but I'm saying like just in general. Or do you always compete for money? That's fun too. See, maybe that's what I need to lock in. I need to put some money on the line every time I play. Maybe that's what I need to do to lock in. The only thing I don't love about this entry here is the fact that this is like in a deep premium with this last drive higher. It does make me kind of want to temper the risk. I like maybe be a little bit more picky with my entry, like something like this, like a retest of this high. That would allow me a little bit of extra wiggle room here. It's kind of the only thing I didn't like, but now we're getting this push. And we might not even get the 3-minute gap at all. I mean, shit. ES traded down and traded into its gap, and NQ wicked back bullish. Might not get this. One-minute gap tap, institutional order flow entry drill. Immediately turn around. Yeah, that's tough. I'm not a big trader that does that. I don't do the whole like institutional order flow entry drill. Like the very first gap we tap into, I trade it. I just don't do that. I could see why. Maybe if I did that, probably be more for like pyramiding, but not for like initial entries. What's up, Pine Archive? How you doing, man? I never understand those chase trades that you take. Like you wait for the expansion to then take a retracement trade. You then wait. Like you wait for the expansion to then take a retracement trade. It really just kind of comes down to the timing of how things set up. Like I don't trade at market open. So if market expands one way or another at open, like generally I'm looking to fade that move, right? Like a 10 a.m. reversal. But I don't know if I agree with your statement in general. I mean, it just depends on how things line up and what time they line up at. Like right now, if I was taking a retrace, like unless you're considering this a retracement trade, but I'm picturing like a counter trend trade being a retracement trade. Like I'm trying to short back down into that. I'm just trying to be on a side with where order flow is headed right now. So to me, it looks like it's headed for Friday highs. So I'm not trying to fade this right now. Retracement to the long. Oh, like counter trend short? What do you mean? I'm not trying to do that. The London low reversal length trades. Yeah, no, I got the London low marked out here on both NQ and ES. And I was anticipating London low to be taken, and it hasn't been taken on either of these. Someone in the chat said it was taken on YM, but I don't really watch YM too much. YM took London, yeah. Yeah, see, I don't pay attention to YM at all. It's so often in its own universe doing its own thing that I'm like not really I used to look at it a lot, and I found myself overanalyzing every little thing because of it, and it kept me out of a lot of good trades, and it also convinced me to take trades that I didn't otherwise wouldn't have taken. So to me, less is more with that, and I just was like, I'm not gonna look at YM. Like, I just look at ES and NQ because they're more closely correlated. Does that mean that I miss out sometimes on something? Maybe, but I like to think that it keeps me from a lot of other nonsense, perhaps. Yeah, 60% of the time, it works every time. So upset I missed out on that entry. It would have had my combine done. Guys, it's all right. Hey, guys, let me remind you. It's Monday. It's a no news Monday. Before CPI. Like, it's all good, man. The week is just getting started. The week is just getting started. We can't be looking to fire all of our bullets so early. It's all right. It's all right. Stream is fire. Audio is butt cheeks. Fuck, dude. What kind of audio do you guys want instead? The problem is like there's not a lot of options for like copyright free music. I mean, I could just play normal music and just not monetize the stream, I guess. Audio sounds completely fine. I think he's talking about the like the background music. You don't like the elevator music in the back? Oh, great. Hang on, boys. My mouse just died. I'm telling you, dude. This PC life ain't all it's cracked up to be. I should have faded the chat on this one, boys. I should have faded the chat on this one, boys. Holy shit. Check this out, though. Now I see why you guys all like PC. I mean, I get it. Like, it is Pride Month. And you guys like all the RGB colors, I guess. That checks out. Go wired? Aw, dude, come on. Nobody likes the wires. Oops. You think I'm... no, I think it does look sick. I mean, there's no denying that. RGB everything, yeah. Yeah, is my audio fine? Like, you guys can hear me okay? Or am I low, like my voice? Let me know. I have kind of thought that a little bit with watching back my recordings. I thought my audio was kind of low. As soon as I switch to a PC, it's like everything just... When it rains, it pours. It's fine? Alright, cool. Yes, Diddy. ETN, I just do that for the... I just try to set the mood. I just try to set the mood for the stream for you boys and girls. I'm like the most minimalist decor decorator ever. That's why I need to find my wife so she can decorate for me. I'll let her handle that. Dr. Sauce, look what you started. Look at you started, Dr. Sauce. I used to stream on a Mac. I still have the Mac Mini. I still have it, but it was giving me some problems. It wasn't holding up with the workload for streaming and all the things I needed it for. So yeah, kind of just keeping the limit order where it is, boys and girls. I still like that it's for this leg up. We're still right at that 50%. So if we were to get a rebalance into this 3-minute gap, retest this high, perfect equilibrium tap of this last impulse up, that would be pretty nice if we could get this. But it might just finish off the move here. The 1 minute order flow, every fair value gap is kind of holding right now. So if that continues, we'll see probably another higher low here and another push. We'll see. Isn't it time for break even? X, I am not in this trade, unfortunately. As you can see, my limit order is, you can assume that I'm in the trade just to, you know what I mean? Like, and sing my praises to like all your friends. Be like, dude, this guy fucking Tyler Trades caught this sick long today. Like, I'm cool with that. But I do have to be honest and tell you, I don't deserve the credit for the long as of yet because I am not in it at the moment. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm looking for the long here, but it's just leaving breakaway gaps here on the slightly higher time frames, 2 and 3 minute. And that's kind of what I was playing off of because it looked the cleanest. So, yeah, I mean, even on the 1 minute, I mean, as soon as we displaced through this high, we have not traded back down into here at all, really. I mean, this was the first 1 minute fair value gap finally left behind that got traded back into, and shallow drive into that and immediate respect. So, yeah, institutional order flow entry, Joe. For those of you guys that are unfamiliar with that term, it's basically when price is spooling in one direction, higher or lower. That is kind of when you'll see these very shallow drives into the most recent PD array, generally a fair value gap. So an institutional order flow entry, Joe, would be preferably you're already in a position and you're using it as a pyramid to like add to your position, or if you've kind of missed out, you could lower size and take that. It is a higher risk entry, obviously, because it's taken with the anticipation that price is going to kind of just continue quickly away. But if you find yourself, in the right condition, it can be a way to catch a trade. But to me, it feels like chasing. I don't like doing it too much. Because I'm always in the back of my mind a little bit afraid of that deeper pullback that Naz likes to do, to kind of stop these people out that are chasing the trade, and then I'm trying to get in alignment after that, if that makes sense. So that's just kind of my default setting. So I'm more prone to miss those types of trades because I don't really care for taking those too much. But the reasoning behind my stop loss placement, nothing too scientific with that either. I'm just trying to include this entire gap candle, to be honest, on the 3 minute. And on the 2 minute here, I also included this 2 minute. I couldn't remember what time frame it was on. I also included this little 2 minute gap candle as well. So basically, I'm just wanting to see this gap hold price and this high respect if we retest it, So hopefully I don't get, wicked out. We just sell all the way down to like 8:30 or 9:30 open again, and then we respect. I'm just going to get ran out if that's the case. Why is my stop down here, though? Wait a minute. Oh, I take that back. My stop's actually fucking down here. I was just looking up the long tool. 463. I'm actually okay with this risk, though. Oh, the 5 minute. Yeah, I'm sorry. I take back all that I said. The 5 minute candle was what I was using. I'm like, why did I move it down here? You guys got me distracted, but I moved it down here to account for the 5 minute. All this jumping around on the time frames here, I I got confused, boys. Forgive me. We still got a nice 1 to 2 here. 2.17 R. As we've moved a little bit higher here, I mean, this is fine. I'm fine with this. So yeah, maybe I get it or maybe I don't. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Better thumb Tyler's stream or I ain't celebrating Pride Month because of you. Yeah, you gotta thumb the stream, boys. Hit the thumb for. Oh wow. Thumb the stream for me. Yeah, see, so sometimes the institutional order flow entry drill is like really all you get. That's just how it is. Like I said, I'm usually more prone to miss those types of trades, and I don't know. It's just how I am. Like, you know, and had we engaged with London Low on ES again, I wasn't watching YM. Had we engaged with London Low on ES or NQ, and then we got this reversal here, like on the 1 minute, like this was pretty clean. Obviously, we tape read this. So if you guys took this, congrats. I mean, we had some clean equal highs here. So there was logic in this. I just wanted to see these session lows taken here. It was only like 9 minutes into the open. So just didn't get that, unfortunately. But yeah, these institutional order flow entry drill type trades are generally not my forte, but Friday high. There's Friday high, boys and girls. Friday high taken here on NASDAQ. I mean, yeah, if pretty much had to engage. Oops. Pretty much had to engage with this down here. I mean, once we got above that high, there was no going back. I'm gonna delete the limit order now. Flatten all. So there you guys go. If anybody was long, the chat was bullish, 55% bullish today. So if you guys caught these longs, there you go. But yeah, I mean, the higher time frame analysis playing out. We talked about you know, being more bullish, really. Thinking that the monthly candle overall is gonna maybe start leaving behind a higher time frame BPR. Looking at the daily, this becoming that order block on the daily, and that's kind of what we're getting. We wick down, retest the opening price, trading higher off of it. Five-minute inversion, not a bad play either. If you're just looking for like clean setups, I know this is a little bit hindsight, so keep in mind as well. I was also watching ES, and at that time, ES was holding that gap, and we're getting this sell-off. So I mean, you would have kind of been fading the ES structure a little bit. I don't know, just tough read for me. Nothing there for me to feel too confident in, so. But that'd be like all stuff like if you're journaling, like that's the type of stuff you include, right? Because it's so easy to look at hindsight moves and tell yourself like, oh my god, I'm so stupid, I missed this, and here's like, you know, you look at this and that, you're like, I could have caught it here, I could have caught it here, could have did this, could have did that. But like in reality, you're not taking into consideration like what you were also seeing, like what was keeping you out of it at that time. Like that's the type of stuff that you journal. So anyway, simplest terms, what is a balanced price range? It is overlapping fair value gaps. Overlapping fair value gaps. Probably the easiest time frame for me to show you would be the monthly. This is a little bit tentative and speculative, but like if this monthly candle closes up here and we leave a fair value gap behind on the monthly, we'll have overlapping fair value gaps, so this will become a balanced price range. the two overlapping fair value gaps. And this is the same across any time frame, so. Strong PD array. I'll be honest with you, Nazar. I don't journal a whole lot, too much anymore. You know, I did a lot more like earlier on in my trading, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really do too much journaling, as of currently. What I do though, however, is I do come back and I reflect on price, usually at the end of the day. You know, trade in the morning, sometimes PM session. I'll come back and I'll reflect after I get away for a bit. So like at night, I'm usually looking over what happened, you know, seeing if I missed something or something like that. But I also, what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll watch. I'm kind of one of those weirdos where I go back and I rewatch my stream, not every day, but a good number of days. And I'm, you know, watching like what I was seeing in the moment, what I was saying in the moment. Generally what I found though is like, usually if I'm saying and thinking something in the moment, the only time I kind of hurt myself is if I go against what I was originally thinking and saying, right? Like if I just like randomly have a change of, like I change my mind kind of out of nowhere. So I guess if you consider that, like it's kind of me using my own stream as like a way to get another mental rep for that specific day. But I'm also getting real time footage of like my visual, like my body language, what I'm saying, my attitude, my emotions. So it's kind of cool that way, but yeah, no, I don't have like a journal right now that I'm sitting here in a notebook just scribbling shit in it and doing a brain dump or an emotional dump or whatever. The bottom line is, at this point, I'm not trying to make an excuse for not doing it. I've been trading for a while to know, like, I know when I fuck up and when I don't fuck up. You know? I know and again, I'm not as concerned about losing a trade because of something I missed in technical analysis. I'm really not, because I don't believe that technical analysis is where the edge is found. I just don't. I think you can make sense of the markets a bunch of different ways, a bunch of different logic. I mean, you could trade ICT concepts and one person's going short, one person's going long, and like some days they're right, some days you're right. Like I just don't find the end all be all in trading being in the technicals all the time. I think it's 100% in your own management. You could be terrible at technical analysis, but your risk management could actually help you be a better trader than somebody that is great at technical analysis. If their risk management and their psychology is shit, like it's kind of like the saying with sports, right? Where it's like hard work beats talent. I kind of view that in trading as like your psychology, your good risk management is going to beat your ability to just like read price and read charts and like know where price is going, like. Yeah, if that makes sense. So I know I have a good grasp on when I'm fucking up and when I'm not. I don't need to journal when I go. I know when I go on tilt and when I don't go on tilt. And I can be very honest with that, but I appreciate it, Cookie. I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear that. LOL, you got to realize that if price dumped, you would have praised your break even. Who went break even? Oh, you talking to Carlos? Am I looking for shorts? I would say I'm leaning a little bit more looking for a retracement. Yes. We do have macro in 10 minutes. It could be a no trade session, just depends. Congrats you guys that caught longs though. Let me know in the chat if you guys did catch longs in here. Whether it be off, but also let me know your entry criteria that you used. Like, did you use the 5-minute inversion? Did you use the 1-minute action down in here? If you did use this 1-minute action down in here, if you don't mind sharing your honest thoughts, were you not aware of the session lows being close proximity? Did you not care? Were you using YM because YM took the lows? You said I'm confident in this. Like, I'm curious to know your guys's For those of you guys that did participate in here, why? And kind of what you guys were thinking, if you don't mind sharing. But yeah, the reason that I did not, I was not looking at YM. So I wasn't too interested. Kind of didn't know how this was all going to work out in here. And then once we got above that high, that's what I was waiting for. You know, kind of get some higher time frame, displacement really to kind of give me more of a clear direction. And then, you know, here's the 15-minute candle at 10 a.m. or yeah, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. opens up, no lower wick, and we just jump. So, you know, once we got this, I was bullish and I'm like looking for longs, but then there was no longs left to be had really. So that's just how that went for me. We'll see though if we get after Friday high being taken. We do have an SMT with Friday high now as well. Friday high for ES is 6,025. So let's see what this next macro at around 11 a.m. brings. But yeah, I would say I'm probably more so interested in looking for potential shorts at this point as a result of that. And probably the safest bet would be a rebalance. Just because I'm not trying to fade again like that's the daily, the 4 hour. I'm not trying to fade that too much. But I could see this move rebalancing. $15-minute opening range breakout. Wait for a 355 candle. Pull back. Enter next candle. F4. Right to top. 15-minute opening range breakout. 15-minute opening range breakout. Well, the first 15 minutes of open was this candle here. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not familiar with the breakout strat, like how people engage with it in terms of their entry criteria. But to me, like I'm looking at the breakout for any, like this would be the breakout, right? Obviously. So are you like buy stopping this? You said you waited for a retrace though. I'm just asking. I'm curious. Did you also take buys? No, my buy limit never got picked up. What is COD? Call of Duty? Why don't you buy market if you know it's going up even though limit doesn't hit? I mean, sometimes I do that. It just depends on where I think my risk to reward can be. Like at this point, when we were running up here, I mean, I didn't want to buy here because it's always based on where I want to put my stop loss, right? I'm thinking of my stop loss in the terms of like I want to put my stop somewhere where it's protected by a PD array that I think we could pull back for. So like here on this 3-minute, I think we could pull back to this 3-minute imbalance here above this high. And who knows, right? So like if I'm just gonna market execute a buy, I mean I'm going off a perfect 1-to-1 off that, which is fine. Nothing wrong with a 1-to-1 trade if that's what you're into. I just generally I'm wanting a little bit more than that, and I'm wanting to be a little bit more precise. So that's the reason for like that. But like sometimes I'll market execute. It just depends on where I can get that execution. Like if I'm taking in an inversion for value gap, I mean that's what that is, right? So usually just market executing after the inversion. Ow. Do I think we're going to 920? Possibly. What's that? Is there something at 920? This is a recent high, maybe? $936 is that must be previous weekly high. Yeah. 930. No, I mean we'll see how this forms here. It's looking like it's wanting to break down. But perhaps we get the short here before the macro, and then maybe it does want to rebalance, and then we finally get that continuation towards previous weekly high. Maybe I would just be looking to take it back to external high here, though. You could leave runners. Oh man, I don't know if you should go short. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well. I'm kind of wanting to be in the macro here, getting towards the end of the hour. I mean, if it just sells off, it just sells off, and I would continue leaning upside then if we rebalanced. And then look to maybe trade like the next 1 hour power of 3. So I'd look for a lower wick on the hourly, and then see if it wants to distribute higher. Did get very close to that daily manipulation level here on the stat map. 2-minute gap here. Let's see if we can maybe hold this area. If we can, I'll maybe look to engage for lower. I'm gonna give it a minute though. See if we can close. I'm watching ES as well. ES is looking pretty weak. See if we can put a higher wick on this candle. I'm going to look to probably get in short. Or if it's just going to die, but... Macro is just beginning. 108K Bitcoin. All right, I went ahead and hopped in there. I'll put my stop here for now. I need to measure out my risk. I don't think I want that. 7. Yeah, no. I'm gonna go stop here. Delete this. I'm just gonna go for 1 to 2. Come on, man. Oh my god. Bro, that's what I'm saying, dude. This keyboard is fucking with me today. What is going on? All right, we'll see. I like the close that we got here on that 2-minute gap being respected. So trying to see if we can get this continuation here in the macro and potentially in the new hourly candle with the, I want to see a power of 3 wick lower and then maybe distribute higher. Don't get me wrong, this is a little bit of a counter trend. I am more bullish overall, but I would like to see like even this 15-minute gap be traded into here on the NASDAQ at a bare minimum. So I essentially got the entry off the close of that 2-minute after it respected the gap. We'll see. Plan would be for me to probably remove risk once we get below that 50 or into that 50-minute gap. Sorry. But oh, geez, bro. Did you really enter short? No, I'm in a fucking long. All right, I'm protecting the trade there. 15-minute gap tap. If this is really bullish, this might just respect the gap and push away. So that's the reason for going break even here. This is counter trend. That's why I'm also doing that. So might be short lived. We'll see. What's up, Emmanuel? Yeah, you could give this more room. I'm being very defensive with this position because it is against the overall higher time frame order flow, but I'm submitting to the fact that I could be wrong here, and I don't want to be offside and take an L if this just continues bullish from here. So that's fine. I'd rather be defensive, and then if I get this trade, it's, I mean, this was very low hanging fruit. Like I was confident that we were at least gonna get the move from here to here. So I'm like, okay, I can frame this up, and then if I get clean delivery from there, awesome. If I get stopped at break even, then who gives a shit? You know, but yeah, I mean, it's early. You could leave this, you could let this come all the way to equilibrium if you want to give it some more room to breathe. If you want, it don't really matter. Kind of a little unorthodox entry for me too. I'm trying to enter off of like the initial tap into the gap. Given the time, like just being a little early in the macro, or not quite to the macro, I was waiting. Kind of wanted to just see it hold. Once we got the closure on that candle here, felt better about it. I could have held off and still got the gap entry, but so far so good. Up about 16 points currently. Trading into that 15-minute gap. See what kind of follow through we can get. All you see is a retracement. That's why I'm break even. TP here. I'm looking for at least equilibrium. I'm probably not going to partial or do anything though until we get a little closer to 1 to 2, like 8:30 open, weekly open, 9:30 open. If I get that offered at all, I'm just looking for at least closer to 1 to 2 risk reward. You know, if you got really horny and you expected price to go to like session lows, you could do that, but I'm not going to demand that just because I do think we are overall bullish. Bro, why is you bullish? Bro, why is bro bullish? Oh, fuck. Oh, it might just be a break even here, which would be fine with me. Or maybe the market makers will leave me in. It fell out. Put it back in. Would you think of going long or nah? I mean, this kind of depends. I would. All right, break even, stop there. Up $8 per account. Yeah. Listen, the reason that I'm not like super interested in like longing though just yet is because we didn't get a rebalance. I mean, but we could. Yeah. It just kind of depends if we see like this really strong displacement up. We'll see if this if I choke the trade too early. Again, the reason that I went break even is just because of this 15-minute gap and we're bullish overall. So I mean, I just don't want to be. Yeah, again, we hit this gap and then we just see God candle up. So. I was okay with being defensive there, but don't get me wrong. It could be early. I could be a little pussy. You know what I'm saying? And this could still just sell. I didn't get the best entry either, so the break even there is a little bit of an asterisk. Easy to get a break even stop when your entry's not hot. Still holding this gap on the 2 minute or 1 minute. Let me know if you guys are still holding. Like I said, I'm okay with the break even. That was really, I just wanted to frame it at least to that 15-minute gap and then go break even from there, and either I get it or I don't. So that was my plan with that entry out to begin with. Either I get the clean delivery after that or I don't. But to me, at least this made sense before I move up, if we're going to go higher. Let me know, boys and girls. Break even right now for me. Yeah, we got about 20 points on that at the peak. 20 points, got break even stop there. Just waiting to see if this is still going to hold and play out, or if this, you know, this is kind of the idea, right? So like if price does pump from here, you know, then it makes my break even decision look amazing. If price holds this area and then continues to sell off, then my break even looks retarded, and it looks like, you know, I should have held the trade, right? So hindsight's always 20/20. But I would say generally though, I agree with what Jacob is saying in the chat about the no displacement through the lows, like especially for shorting, like it should be quick, right? Which is kind of generally the idea, right? Elevator downstairs up. So I feel like that should have been quick. I would have wanted to see displacement through here. The fact that this is now holding and starting to respect and kind of turn back the other way, that kind of tells me that this probably more than likely is gearing up for another move higher. But yeah, man, for those of you guys that are bullish today, what's your expectation? I mean, you guys just looking for external highs? Are you guys looking for previous weekly high delivery today? Let me know what your expectation is for the bulls in the chat. Most of the chat was bullish today, so I was bullish for sure to the Friday high. Previous weekly high. That'd be, we could do it at 936. Yeah, we could get there. We could get there. You think it's true the summer produces slower markets? Yeah. From my experience, I would say that's true. Mainly August for whatever reason. But I mean, you can see like even the volatility index, like the VIX is way down. And that's normal for the VIX to be more volatile in the spring, and then also in the fall, and then like summer it's a little bit more dead. Obviously, it's a little bit of an asterisk this year because of the tariffs and the Trump stuff, and obviously we're trading Trump markets, so it was even more animated. But yeah, the volatility has decreased quite a bit already, so Oops. Flipping this now as a bullish breaker. Didn't get much of a lower wick on the hourly. I'm going to go ahead and give this a try for long, boys and girls. The risk is very small here. Not risking a whole lot on this. But I'm going to go long off this this breaker. And I guess inversion, you could call it, off this 15-minute gap. See if we get this continuation on the hourly for higher. Like I said, not too big of a manipulation on the hourly candle, but would expect this more than likely to continue. Could be wrong, but we will see. We will see. It's clear I don't do daily bias. What do you mean? I said I'm overall bullish. I went short when it made sense to go short, and I'm going long when I feel like it makes sense to go long. I mean, Game of Thrones in here got all the words of wisdom, I guess. News informed? That sounds like the easiest way to get manipulated. Do you also watch CNN headlines and believe whatever it says too? The background music? See, some people like the background music. Some people like the background music. Yeah, it's called Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Stream Beats by Harris Heller. I just have a handful of songs that I just play on repeat. He has a bunch of different lo-fi. He has a bunch of different albums if you want to watch. They're all copyright, like royalty free. So my stream doesn't get a copyright strike. But yeah, though, that is that. What's up, Ella? Doing good, Ella. Doing good. How are you doing? Play some jazz. He's probably got a jazz. Nah, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. When entering off breaker block, do you usually select the highest, lowest one? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm just going off of this. This is the trade up into the 2-minute gap where we went short, and then it led to this new low. And I'm using this structure here. So I want to see price find support here and then trade up higher off of it. Again, not risking a whole lot here. 7 micros, 17-point stop. No news Monday, so. All the best traders would never be caught dead having technical bias for the day. Okay. I don't know if I agree with that. I think a lot of traders are trying to figure out what the daily candle is doing, what the hourly candle is doing, what the 4-hour candle is doing that they're currently trading in, and trying to get on side with it. So I don't know if I would agree with that, but you watch Game of Thrones, your profile picture is Game of Thrones, so clearly you know better than every other trader in the chat. So there you go. Trendline traders. Tory trades. I mean, I got nothing against other trading strategies. What's funny is the only people that have something against other trading strategies is like people like Game of Thrones in the chat here. Where it's like, you trade ICT, that means you can't trade. Ha 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 ha. It's pretty retarded. Like every strategy works. Every strategy works. Every strategy doesn't work. Every strategy wins. Every strategy loses. Like, shit. I'm not sure what you want me to say. Yeah, Sonny, I agree with you. I was the entry off the breaker was kind of with the assumption that this would fail. Obviously, we're trading up from a 15-minute gap, so I kind of wanted to. I front ran this 5-minute inversion, but I agree with you. Yes, I want to see that 5-minute inversion here to feel really good about this. We'll see. Jesus Christ. So we'll see. We'll see. I didn't want to wait for the inversion because then at that point, like the trade is pretty much gone almost. But back at breaker again. Wow. Things can change in a hurry here trading the NASDAQ. There's SMT. SMT's gay. They should change. You should change the name of SMT to GAY. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kinda. So in A, that 5-minute gap is saying, what the fuck? The 5-minute gap came and said, haha, got your ass. The only reason I can see this trade failing would be if price does indeed, because again, we didn't rebalance to 50% of that, of the range from this morning. So if price does want to make a drive lower for this discount of the range, then yeah, this will be a L for me. That'd be a little frustrating considering that I was in shorts already. And this hourly candle would be flipping back bearish. So that'd be also less than ideal. Well, shoot. Just show you guys the risk being light, though. It would be like a $200 loss. Yeah, looking like a stop-o incoming here, boys and girls. Perhaps, perhaps. Changed on a dime, dude. Fuck. Ooh. Hanging on, boys. Hanging on. All right, stop out there, minus 250. Delete that. All right, well, let's see what we do, but maybe we're going to get this deeper rebalance. Shucks. Yeah, to me, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense that we'd flip this hourly back bearish, but here we are. Here we are. Went short in the macro off of the 2-minute gap here into the 15-minute gap. Yeah, nice structure out of here. I felt like this looked good for longs, but market wanted lower. That 5-minute gap ran into that. Sone. Oh, fuck. And then we just flipped. Equilibrium incoming here, it looks like. But yeah, break even stop on the short. Flipped long. Took a L there. That's tough. There's equilibrium. Tough, man. Shit. Of course, the one time I don't demand that we get the equilibrium before longing, it comes back to equilibrium. I love how that works out. Are you in longs taken in? Is that why you're saying that? Rebalance to equilibrium here almost perfectly. See, this keeps driving. This ES chart's pretty ugly. Yeah, I may stay with this idea, though, to see if this long wants to continue here. Just may have been manipulated out. Perhaps. Oops. Still in long? Yeah, I don't know. It's a little risky because we could really dig down in here. My short target was gonna be set basically back down in here around these opening prices and discount of the range. Shoot, yeah, that's a bummer, dude. That's a bummer going from short, long, and then we just flip again. But you can kind of see the takeaway from this should really just be this is why, because it's so funny. Like obviously hindsight's 20/20 all the time, but what happens a lot of times is like if this 15-minute gap gets tapped into and then we trade higher off of it and we just keep going higher, people are like, dude, why didn't you, like, and let's say you were waiting for equilibrium or discount, and then it's like, dude, we took the low, we hit the 15-minute gap, why would you wait for it? It's not going to discount, it's not going to discount. But then it's like that's called cherry picking. You got to have like a system that's a little bit more consistent. I mean, more consistently often than not, I'm bypassing those types of longs because of the whole, like, we didn't rebalance yet. And you can see like that would have served me on this trade, right? You know, so that could and should be the takeaway with that. If anything, if you're looking for a reasoning, but yeah, I did think this looked good. And just the behavior of price lately with we're not rebalancing and we're just shallow runs lower and then we go higher. Kind of was leaning on that a little bit, but here we get the rebalance today. Fucking market makers. Why are these guys so good at this? Do you have ice cream trucks where you live? Not really. Ice cream trucks? I mean, other than the one that other than the one that my uncle drives around the neighborhood that doesn't have any ice cream in it, but he asks kids to get in it. Other than that one, no, there's no ice cream trucks. Somebody does have to flip the burgers. That's all right. Kept the risk very small. Only used 7 micros on like a 17-point stop. Minus 250. Came into today totally expecting to use smaller size and tomorrow as well. 2 days, no news before CPI. You know, if I take anything at all, but let's see here though. After this rebalance, I'm not totally opposed to the move continuing higher, but the initial draw that I wanted to start the day off was these session lows, so that'd be just a kick in the groin if that's what we got after that. Drive above Friday high. You know? You'd have to flip this 15-minute first. For me to feel safe with that. Man, what a nice feature. I actually didn't know that was a thing. Learn something new every day, don't you? I know, Regal. I know. I can play the meme for you if you want.
back where you fucking started, Wagey. Someone has to fucking flip the burgers, dumbass.
I didn't know that you could right click on drawings and then right here, like right click on a drawing and then right here in the visibility, you could just make it like your drawings on the certain interval or a certain interval and higher or lower. Pretty nice and sweet. So 15-minute gap here. If this does fail and we get the inversion, I then could be looking to frame up a short for these session lows all over again. But if this is going to hold, I want to stay with being long bias probably a little bit more so. So it's kind of a if this then that. So if this happens, I'll be bullish. If this happens, I'll be bearish. It is getting slightly later here in the morning. We've been streaming for like 2 hours. 11:30. So yeah, it is getting late. But I feel like Mark's not moving too bad. Targeting AM? Yeah, potentially. Really, whether I'm going to be targeting buy side or sell side is the question. But yeah, right now I feel like I can make a case. I can make a case right here in the middle of the range for either direction. So we'll wait here. I'm not gonna do a P&L check quite yet, boys. Might not be done yet. Might not be done. But yeah, dude. Kind of unfortunate. Wanted the longs through the Friday highs. Didn't get a pullback at all really for the buy limit to get picked up. And then went short. And then get ran out of the short at break even. Flip long again. Taken out because of it. So yeah. Overall a little bit unfortunate there. But what's a boy like me supposed to do? Have you seen if you long press above candles, it will pop up with open, high, low, close? If you long press above candles? Do I gotta click on the candle itself? I think you're capping. It ain't working for me. I'm long pressing. It's not working. Did I do something wrong? Taking in, you think Tate's going to jail? He better not. If Tate goes to jail, we're breaking him out. I mean, we're probably not, but it'd be cool if we did, right? Yeah, Jacob, let me know if I'm doing something wrong here. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Open, high, low, close. I mean, I usually do look top left, but if I could click and, do I gotta right click? That wouldn't make sense. Click both arrows, maybe? Long press? No? Yeah, I think I'm doing something wrong here, Jacob. Seems to be a new feature. Well, what the hell? Why don't I get that feature? See, this is the display. This is some nice movement here. All right. What's up, Asia Trade? Tyler, I need help setting up live stream. I want to start live streaming. Can I pay you to help? Oh, God. Can you pay me to help you set up live streaming? No, I'm afraid this is actually the best part about it is the trial and the error. I didn't know fucking shit. I still fumble around with this technology sometimes, so don't worry, you got it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be not like I'm not trying to be not helpful. But I will decline the offer respectfully. I do not want to be paid to help you set up live streaming. I'm sorry. I don't know. Oh boy, I don't know how I feel about this lack of follow through. Part of me kind of feels like this is gonna hold and push. 15-minute gap. I mean, we got a closure below 50%, but 15-minute gap still respecting for now. I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't care for the way that we closed above here. Let's see if this is going to hold. I might engage with this long. I'm kind of going to give it a beat here. Not sure I trust this all just yet. It's looking decent. You know something I never utilize? I literally never utilize buy stops. Maybe I'll utilize a buy stop here. Trump and Netanyahu expected to speak today, boys. All right. I did just get triggered into the buy stop here. Seeing if this will continue. We're respecting this 1 minute gap here. After trading down to discount of the range. I still think we're bullish overall. So I will be seeing if we can maybe get this trade back up to New York AM session high. But 2.6R. I'm not going to do any partialing, I don't think. I'm just going to let it play out. Maybe if ES beats NQ to the high, maybe I would take it off early. Otherwise, we'll let it ride out. So risk is still managed here. Risking like $300 on this trade. Obviously, if it loses, I'll be done. But last trade of the morning either way, I would say. How many trades? This would be trade 3, 1 break even, 1 loss. Am I emotional trades? No, I wouldn't say they're emotional trades. My risk is like super low, so no, I wouldn't say they're emotional trades. But it is just last trade of the morning for me, just because it's getting late. I mean, it's 11:30 right now. We've been going for over 2 hours. Taken in says this is the smartest trade I could have taken. So there's that. Trump, he cost me a lot of money this year. Yeah. What do you do? Whatever you do, don't vote for Kamala. No, there's no 30% rule on the eval stage. Sandrika. Yeah, you guys sick of winning yet? I mean, if I take 2 L's going long in this perma bull market today, that would just be the funniest shit ever. Because I've been sitting here waiting to short fucking for 3 weeks. You're going to tell me the moment I go long, it starts shorting? So that'd be some shit. Break even today, Mr. Shop. Yeah, we'll see how I end up here. Currently down 250-ish, floating a profit on this one. Slightly in profit. Yeah, as far as like a break even though, shoot. We will likely SMT this high with ES, which tells me that we'll probably likely see ES get to the AM high before NQ as well, of course. But it says ES didn't really freaking move, dude, this morning. Unlike NQ. NQ had a nice impulse higher. ES pretty much stayed kaput. Hitting another 5-minute gap here. These 5-minute gaps are sensitive today. Holy shit. Trump is speaking soon? You're lying. Oh, God. Yeah, if we create the inversion on this 1 minute gap here, I might just close the trade. But if we can hold this. All right, nice close on that candle. Keep holding on. But yeah, these 5 minute sibbies have been holding price down. Well, anyway. What's new with you guys? Was there ever an announcement from Top Step TV about the hacked accounts over the weekend or no? Anybody know? Or was it all mute? No answer. Got it. Talkative bunch today. Talkative bunch today. Well, since the chat doesn't have anything to say, I might as well see if anybody else does. Let me see if I can recruit somebody to go golfing today. Fucking NQ. This is just so fitting though. Like, I've been sitting here demanding rebalancing of price for like 3 weeks. And then it's like the day that I say, you know what, let's just long. We're having trouble getting up. Get the fuck out of here, NQ. Get the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fucking pissing me off here. That's what I thought. You better be wicking up. Stupid bitch. God. Oh, great. Do I always hit the range? No, honestly, I probably should. I usually just go in raw. You just go in raw. Well, this is fun and exciting. Lunchtime macro in like 2 minutes, I guess, but all right, boys. I'm gonna hop out there. We inverse this gap. I wanted to see this gap hold. I'm out of the long. 5-minute gap tap. Immediately back down to the range. Inverse the 1 minute. I don't know. Looks like it's probably going lower, but I'm done trying to fight it and make it go higher at this time of day. Of course, if it just reverses, I'm just gonna kill myself, but that's fine. Down 450 per account. Calling it a day, dude. I tried going long. The one time I tried going long, we actually rebalance and have no problem going lower, apparently. So market can suck my penis. Fuck you, Trump. This president sucks. Fuck. But kept the risk tight today. Risk was low. No news Monday. Yeah, that's all I got for you, boys and girls. Maybe take a peek at things in the PM session, but trading inside this range is not fun. Well, if this thing just reverses, dude, I swear to God. Alright, fuck it. I'll chase it. This is bad behavior, boys and girls, by the way. But I'll do it. This market is so gay. Learn. This is bad. This is naughty. This is naughty, boys. It's naughty, but the risk is tight. Like your sister. Both things are also true for your sister. Naughty, but the risk. Naughty, but the risk is tight. Get it? Oh shit. That was actually a good analogy. I'm actually proud of that. This is why inversion fair value gaps are a scam. Just like dodgy. I'm just going to get mad and start beefing with everybody. Fuck it, market, fuck it, market, fuck it, market. You get an inversion. I get an inversion. Dodgy's D+. Dodgy would make no money if he didn't sell a Discord. And that's facts. Yeah. I'm wanting to go break even. Preferably, I just want to see this 5-minute gap hold. Or, I'm sorry, not hold. I want to see this gap disrespect. Become an inversion. Talk about getting played though on the we got this inversion, then I closed the trade. And then the market says, ha ha ha, fuck you, pal. And I said, ha ha ha, I'll take the bait. God damn. I hate that Bob Burger. Dodgy makes like 80K a month from a Discord. I mean, yeah, I mean his cars are Discord funded, 100%. I'm team Rips on that one. I've liked every single Rips tweet. Well, I enter some FOMO trades too sometimes, Lulu, but at least I don't charge you for it. That's kind of the only nice thing about trading free on YouTube is like there's no obligation for me to do anything. I could be a total fucking retard on stream, and honestly, if I traded like a total retard all the time, I'd actually probably get more views. I mean, just look at Patrick Whelan. Oh, it works for him. Yeah, I'm choosing to keep risk on though, just because this gap was left behind here, and I'm willing to let price trade back into it. So we will see break even point. I mean, again, I'm trying to see this 5-minute inversion, and then I'll probably go break even just because I would want to see it find support there and then push. Right, I wouldn't want to see it reclaim that gap. At that point, I'd just be willing to get out. So that's kind of what I'm going off of here. I definitely got played though. I mean, I was in the long here and I got played by short. I closed the trade here off this inversion. I'm not mad about it because, but then immediately seeing this reaction afterward, I'm like, oh, fuck me. You know what I mean? One of those. Bloody hell. God. All I had to do was wait 1 minute. Emotional close. I mean, no. I thought there was logic in it. But here's the thing. Like, if this reaction didn't happen immediately after, the stream would have been over and I would have just walked away. We just got the reaction instantly afterward. And I'm like, you fucker. Hop back in it. So if anything, the re-entry might have been more emotional than the close, but the close was logic, the re-entry was FOMO. If you want me to be completely honest. And we trade up into this 5-minute gap again, and these sharp reactions down, dude, is so bad. Jacob, you said the last. Well, I guess Jake, you weren't wrong technically. I mean, I'd like to see a hold too. Fucking A. This is the only problem with trading this time of day, though, is it can take a while, and you gotta be prepared to just sit through some slower price potentially. Is this previous? That's Friday. Where is Oh, we actually, yeah, I forgot. We diverged with previous weekly high on Friday with indices. Yeah, I just don't like that we keep hitting these 5-minute gaps and we keep refusing to get through. I don't believe so, Sandria. Well, I think the activation fee is like 130 right now, maybe 140 for the 50K. I think they did roll out a 80%, or was it 80%? I think they just rolled out an 80% off email last night or this morning. Yeah, 80% off right now. I didn't see what else the email said though, so maybe they. Let me open it up quick. $50 resets across the board. Lifetime PA fees. 25K account is 130. Other sizes are 140. Code Tyler. All right, boys. I'm just going to cut this trade. I'm not liking it. It was a FOMO trade anyway. I just think, I don't know. I just feel like we're taking too long. Maybe it'll just still play out, but I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this shit. So I hopped out of that. Yeah, still down like 470 per account. For the day. One break, well, break even, short, loss, long, and then this was also a loss. I did cut it early. Technically, I would still be in this same trade if I just never cut it. So then I just kind of FOMOed into this. I think it might still hold, but I don't fucking know, dude. I'm sick of being in this at this point. Going on 3 hours here. Middle of lunch. If it plays out, it's gonna play out without me. All right, I'm over it. I'm fucking over it, boys. And I gotta get the hell out of here. Of course. If you guys are still holding the long, good luck. But I gotta freaking run here soon. That's crazy. I'm gonna kill myself. Hell yeah. Let's do a P&L check. I got like 5 minutes. If my keyboard will work. Let me know, boys and girls, green, red, or flat. For the day, I'm red. Unfortunately. If this trade does play out, I would have been green if I would have held it, but I cut it off. I cut it off. Is it worth getting a Tradeify account? I would say so. I like Tradeify. Kind of look like I might get played here. That would just be poetic justice, though. That would just be poetic justice. Close the long early. Close the long early again, and then it plays out. That'd be funny. I would actually have to get off the chart, otherwise I might actually go on tilt. If I held my Bitcoin from 2012 to today, I would have been a multi-millionaire. Yeah, probably true. Thoughts on Top Step? Just like in general, or I mean, they're a good option, good firm. I still have my XFAs. They had the hacking thing go on this weekend. That was interesting. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. They kind of shafted their affiliates, so I mean that's pretty shitty. The way that they did that, they attempted to make this like SRO with all these other firms, so they could kind of monopolize rules and different things, which I don't like that mentality. I don't know. They definitely got some things that make me raise my eyebrow at them, but if in terms of the offering for the traders, I mean, yeah, they're good. Nothing wrong with them. But like in terms of a prop offering, you could, just depending on what you're into and what's important to you, I think you can find better offers elsewhere, depending on what you're interested in, or what's important to you, whether it's scalability or whether it's you know, maybe straight to funded or 1 day pass evals. I mean, there's all sorts of different things, but all in all, it's at the end of the day, I think if you can be profitable on one firm, you can be profitable on I mean, the only thing I'll say that's maybe not true for would be, depending on your style, like Apex will be the hardest. I think that kind of goes without saying. I think Apex is for sure the hardest until you get through that intraday drawdown, trailing drawdown. But otherwise, for the most part, yeah, if you can be profitable on one, you can be profitable on all of them. So I don't think one rule specifically is going to make or break necessarily. Anyway, boys, 36% green, 29% flat, 36% flat, 29% red, sorry. Yeah, this is just so fitting for me, honestly. The fact that this is holding up and now we're, I don't know, looking like we're going to get the push in the lunch macro. So, yeah, boys, I just got played today. I got fucking absolutely played. Short break even, long stop myself out, long stop myself out at break even again. Too much overanalyzing, maybe, perhaps. Sitting here too long. Emotions starting to kick in. Mental discipline starting to run thin. Probably kind of what's going on right now. So, running out of patience. That's how you know it's a good sign to step away. But yeah, if you guys are still holding the longs, good luck. If you guys did take any L's today like me, hope you guys kept a risk very, very small. I mean, overall, like, I've lost just over like a half hour today overall. So even though it's a 0-2 type of a day for me, like it's like I lost a half a trade because came in with low expectations, but I'll do the same thing tomorrow with low expectations. I'll be sized down, looking to see what we do with CPI into the later half of the week, and then go from there, boys and girls. But I will be live tomorrow, same time, same place. I will keep you guys updated if I do anything else in PM session. I would say what I'm looking for, I mean, for right now, I still kind of am leaning for this upside delivery. But I've engaged enough with this price action in here to, like, I need to walk away for a bit before I get caught in chop or accumulation or just being totally offside. So that's what I'm going to do, boys and girls. Appreciate you showing up. Like the stream before you go, boys and girls. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And I will see you, boys and girls, tomorrow morning. Peace and love, kids.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money. He's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. With the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.